Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the second video of the React series. In this video, we are going to learn how to create and run a React application. Before we get started, there are two things that we will need as of now. The first is we need Node on our system. You can install Node from nodejs.org, and the second thing you'll need is a text editor of your choice. The one that I prefer is Visual Studio Code. You can also install Visual Studio Code from code.visualstudio.com. Once you have these two ready, we can get started with creating our React application. In order to create our React application, we have Create React App. What is this Create React App? This is basically a command line interface tool. Now, to use this command line interface tool, there are two ways. The first way is using npx and the second way is using npm. First, let's look at what is npx. npx is a npm package runner. That is, it helps you run npm packages. So, Create React App is basically a part of npm. You can install Create React App on npm, but npx will help you directly run the package, right? That is what npx does. It helps you run a package. So npx and then Create React App and then the name of your project. This one single command is all you need in order to create a React app. Now, from where did we get npx? When we installed Node, npx is already available to you. Therefore, after installing Node, this is the only command that you need to run in order to create your React app. Now, let's say you don't prefer it doing npx and want to actually do it via npm. If you want to use npm, you will first have to actually install Create React App, which is the command line interface tool. Once you install Create React App -g, that is globally, then you can start using Create React App directly as this. Create React App and then the name of your project. In this case, we did not have to install Create React App as npx is already helping us run Create React App. In this particular series, we will be using npx to create our app, as we don't need to worry about installing Create React App separately and also maintaining the version of it. And here I have Visual Studio Code open, and basically I have created a folder called React Tutorial, and here is where we will be creating a React project. Now I already have Node installed on my system, so the only command that I will need to run to create our React projects is npx Create React App and then the name of the project. I'm going to name it React.js tutorial, and let's hit enter. This might take a couple of minutes to run. Now the React app is created successfully. Now let's actually look at the folder structure and understand what is being created. As you can see, there are basically 3 folders and there are 4 files that are there in the root directory. So the first thing is package.json. This package.json is basically going to contain all your dependencies for the project. It also has various scripts that you can run to accomplish various different tasks. For example, in order to actually start or run a React application, the script here that we will need is start. So before I can actually start our application, we will have to change our directory to the directory that we just created for our project, which is React.js tutorial. So I'm going to say React.js tutorial and we can hit enter, and now we should be able to say npm start, running on localhost 3000. Similarly, in order to build your project, you can say npm run build. Similarly, for test cases, npm run test, and so on. These are the scripts that are available to you. You can add additional scripts as per your convenience. Now we also have a readme and a git ignore file. We don't need to be concerned with these files for now. The next thing is we have the node modules folder. What is this node modules folder? Basically, we had some dependencies listed in package.json. All of those dependencies are actually installed inside of your node module folder. This is what node modules folder is for. The next thing is the public folder. The public folder has these PNG images as well as the React logo. We can ignore these for now as they have nothing to do with React. Another file is manifest.json. This has more to do with progressive web apps, so we don't need to worry about this either. The main file that we should be concerned with inside of public folder is actually the index.html. The index.html is where our entry point for our React application is. As you can see, there is a div tag here with an ID of root, and this is where we will be mounting our main component that we create. So basically this div, when you basically do npm start, we run the application, right? This div is actually rendered, and anything that we mount on this root should be visible to us, right? So this div is the main important thing that we need to understand. Now let's go to our src, where we will be doing most of our development. Inside of src, if you go to index.js, inside of our index.js, we will see that we are using React DOM in order to render a component which is app, right? App is nothing but it's coming from the folder app. So it's right here, app.js. So we are basically saying that React DOM is going to render our app component on top of our root ID div. This root ID div is nothing but the one that we saw inside our public folder, which is inside of index.html. We have this div with root ID, right? This is what we are trying to render here. We are saying that we want to mount our app component on top of root. That means whatever code you write inside of your app or any component that you have inside of app should actually be visible on the screen, right? Because we are mounting it on the root div, which is basically the entry point, right? Now let's actually go to our app.js and see what it actually contains. So if we go to app.js, this is nothing but a component. You don't need to worry about it for now. We'll look at components in detail. But basically we have our app component, and here we are trying to render some JSX. So basically we have an image, p tag, a tag, and so on. So if I look at it, you can see edit src app.js and save to reload. This is the same content which is written over here. That means this app.js is being rendered on top of our root div. So let me actually erase all of this, and let's write hello world and see if the changes are reflected. So I'm going to say hello world and hit save. Now let's actually go to our application, and we can see that we are able to render hello world, and all of the content that we just erased is gone. So this is all you need in order to create and run your React application. From the next video onwards, we will try to understand what is actually a component and how to create our own components and reuse them. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe for the upcoming videos.